Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the donut party. Oh my gosh. You guys are the best. So much fun stuff. Somebody said in the chat, I'm here for the donuts. And I like your style. I'm here for the donuts too. And for you and for the book. Check it out over there, right over on that shoulder. It is a great looking donut. I've been seeing pictures of you guys with your physical copies of your book. Some of you guys that pre-ordered got those books in your hands. Thank you for coming. This is awesome. Are you ready to hang out? I got a lot that we're going to talk about today. We're going to celebrate. I want to talk to you. I want to answer questions. We're going to read. We're going to eat donuts, or at least I am. And so if you have no idea where you are at the live book launch party for my debut book, How to Get Paid for It. You know, small version, big version, shameless plug for the book. That's what we're going to talk about here. So I'm going to pull up this. If you haven't got a copy of the book, you should go order it right now because it's for sale right now. Pretty much anywhere books are sold all over the world. Some people I've been seeing, they can't get the hard copy just yet, but they can get the Kindle version. That's great too. The audiobook version is coming very soon. It's all done. So I'll let you know as soon as my publisher lets me know it's dropped. It'll be out in all places. And if you haven't gotten the book, the best way you can celebrate and support me is by purchasing a copy of the book for you and a copy for your friend that you want to transform their life as well. A couple of things about the book. If you do buy a copy, would you leave me a review, especially on Amazon? Reviews make a huge difference in the life and the success of a book. Amazon, really, your stuff on that lives or dies by reviews. I've seen some of you leave reviews already. If you haven't, please go read the book. And if you like the book, leave an honest review. Tell us what you really liked about it or didn't like about it. It's fine too, but leave reviews. And then two, if you haven't picked up the book yet, this is your week to do it because I'm extending the pre-order bonuses to the end of this week. So you can still get them this week since it's launch week. So please go get your book. Okay. I see so many people got the, we got ebook. We got people in LA who's got the book. Happy launch day. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Brennan. Said the book is amazing, man. Just started reading it. That's awesome. Jason Baca literally just got the book in the mail. Looks great. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, Colin, I'm going to read the big version to you. I wish actually were like a big child's book I could open up. Okay, so I'm so glad you're here. I would love to know in the chat, where are you tuning in from? I want to see how global this launch party is, and that'll give me a chance to eat more donut. I'm starting with my favorite, which I don't know if you guys rock this, but this is focus, sour cream donut, which is an awful name, but it's like a caked glazed donut. If someone could do better PR for sour cream donuts, that would be amazing because they're so good. We got Canada in the house. We got Brooklyn, Detroit. We've got North Carolina. What's up? What's up, Samantha? We got New Hampshire, Washington, D.C. Aiko is joining us from Hawaii. Hey, Aiko. One of my star students. We've got Ontario in the house, Oregon, Boston, Columbus, Ohio, Minneapolis, Serbia, Minnesota. What's up, Antoine? Up, Antoine. Another one of my star students should receive your book today. I love it. St. Louis. Caleb in Osaka, Japan. 3 a.m. in the future, Wednesday. Can we give it up for Caleb? That's incredible. I love it. Let's see. Anthony's in New York. We got Builder Bill from SlowCal. Okay, I like that. Another California. We've got Kentucky. We've got England. Pennsylvania, Venezuela. What's up, Giselle? India, Italy, Virginia, my old home state. Rosie in sunny South Florida, my current state. We've got Williamsburg, Virginia. We got Connecticut. We got LA, Paraguay, Nashville, Miami, Arkansas. We've got West Africa in Ghana. We've got Chicago. Chris, Salim, what's up, brother? In Montreal. Another LA. You got Kenya, Uruguay in South America. Namibia. David Alonzo, what's up, brother? In St. Pete, Florida. I got my buddy David. I got the book today. I'm not reading it because I'm at work, but maybe when I read it, it'll lead me to working less. Deep and true. It's past 1 p.m. Did I miss anything? No, just me eating a bite of donut. You're right on time. Kansas City in the house. Adam West, the book just arrived via Amazon a few minutes ago. How dope is that? Your book arrived while you were at the book launch party. I love it. Let's see. Oklahoma, Texas, Maryland, Alabama, Ohio, Arizona, my birth state, Kenya, all over the world. So grateful to have you guys here. This is incredible. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going live for the next 2 hours. Hang out with me as long as you can, as long as you want to. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to be doing 5 product giveaways. So 5 of my digital courses. I'm even giving away a month of my membership for free. So you can come hang out with me, get coached. So I'm giving away 5 of my products. So just the way you enter the giveaway though, is not just to be here. To be here is free. To enter the giveaway, you have to have purchased my book. You have to purchase my book. So I think it's a fair ask to be able to win hundreds of dollars worth of courses. Just buy a $25 book. I think it's $22.50 right now on Amazon. They're discounting it today. So it's very simple. The page that you're on is really, really clear. Just order the book. Then take your receipt wherever you bought it. Don't have to buy it on Amazon. Wherever you buy it, whatever your confirmation number or receipt number is, submit it in the form on this launch page. And if you don't see this, if you're on YouTube and you don't see it in the description, grahamcochran.com/launch, enter it in there. My team members are on it literally right now. And the list they're pulling from for each giveaway, we're going to do live giveaways. You're going to see that it's fun. We do live giveaways throughout the next 2 hours. The list they're pulling from is not the list of people attending live. It's the people who have ordered the book or pre-ordered. Some of you pre-ordered months ago. You're on that list too, because we've got all that if you submitted the form with your receipt. Okay. So if you know you bought the book and didn't know if you submitted the form, go submit it now. But I know you probably have, because you got the bonuses back in the day, and you're going to get all these other bonuses just for pre-ordering my book. Not pre-ordering. Sorry. The book is out today. Got to stop saying pre-order. It's here. So we're going to be giving away prizes. I've got some donuts to show you. We'll go through a few different donuts. I'm going to do a little bit of live reading from the book. And we're going to do a little bit of a live reaction to a cool event. I'll show you that in a minute. And I'm going to be doing 2 Q&As throughout this 2-hour thing where you can ask me anything. It does not have to be about the book. We do not have to shameless plug the book, although I'm happy to wax eloquently about the book. But we can talk about your business. We can talk about online business. We can talk about getting started in this space, whatever. So a little mini Q&A sessions. We'll do 2 of those, multiple giveaways. And I'm just going to celebrate. So does that sound good to you? If that sounds good to you, let me know in a chat. And I'm going to find a little donut here. Hey, brother, can you get me a plate? Might be easier to... My daughters want me to save some donuts. So if I ate the whole donut... Oh, Marcus says, orders are flying in like crazy. Amazing, you guys. Thank you so much. All right. People saying yes, yes, yes. Robert says, book arrived 5 minutes ago in Atlanta. I like that. Let us know in the chat when you get your book. That's pretty dope. 3D Printer Academy says, can you send donuts? You know what? I'm going to ask if Kajabi can build that feature into a future release where I can send donuts through the internet. Thank you, brother. But I can't do that right now. All right, chop this donut. When I think of a donut, it may not be the tastiest of all donuts, but I think of giant pink sprinkled one, right? It just looks good. Okay. Off to a great start. So I just want to briefly share before we jump into a reaction video to something really cool. I want to share with you what this book launch means to me. This means the culmination of my 12 and a half years of being in business. This book literally, specifically represents that story. So if you've ever been touched by any of my material from the recording revolution, starting in 2009 to this personal brand here, right now in 2022, as we talk, if at any point any of my material has touched you, then you're in this book. And this book is really about my story, a smidge. I didn't want to make it about me because that wouldn't be on brand, but I wanted people to see my story as a person who needed to find a way to make an income, an alternative way of making a living, and in a hard economic time back in 2009.
Sounds a lot like what's going on right now in the world. It's been a strange time. A lot of people quitting their jobs, losing their jobs, reimagining what work and life should look like, redesigning work and life. And so I thought that story would be relevant, especially in a time like this. And then number two, I wanted to give back. I wanted to take everything that I've seen work in 2 businesses that has changed my family's life, my financial life, changed my relationships, the people I've been able to be connected to, the opportunities I've had. I wanted to share everything I know about this business model and this mode of making a living, which we're just at the beginning of, guys. This is not a trend that's going away. This is the way people are going to get their information and their education moving forward. I wanted to share that in a book format so that I could leave a contribution to the world. All these books that are on the shelves behind me represent someone who's mentored or coached me, and they don't even know me, right? They might even be dead, but their thoughts, their insights, their wisdom has been packaged in a little book that has they've changed my life. And I look at that and I say, man, I would love to do the same thing. And so it's been a dream of mine to do that. So this launch today and this launch party right now, this is the culmination of my whole life, for one, but then the last 12 and a half years of my particular story that God had fit for me to go through. And I couldn't be more excited to share the story with you, and not just a good story, but a repeatable system that you could take this little $25 book and go build a multi-6-figure a year business off of, doing work you love, freeing up your time, being able to be with the people you care about and feel like you're making a difference, and build generational wealth and like sleep well at night. Like all those things can come from applying what you learn in this book. It's so cool. And I'm so excited. So, this isn't the only launch party there was. This was supposed to be the only launch party. Turns out it was the only launch party for the book that I knew about. So this Saturday, turns out there was a surprise waiting for me that I had no idea about. And my wife and one of my team members, Marcus, and one of my wife's friends and team members, Emily, have been secretly planning, along with family and friends, for 3+ months now, a live book release party for me. And they did such a tremendous job surprising me. And it happened this Saturday night in downtown Tampa at an amazing rooftop location overlooking the river and downtown. And there was a live funk, jazz, soul band there. It was phenomenal. It was a drum, 6-string bass, saxophone trio. There was stacks of copies of my book that we were giving away. They had contacted my publisher and gotten sneakily copies of my book behind my back. There was my family members flown in from all over the country. My team member Marcus flew in from Sweden. Surprised me. I had some of my star students fly in and drive in from Tennessee and Atlanta. I had just so many people. Detroit. I had people from all over that were there that shouldn't be there. That just, you just got to see it. So what I want to do is I want to show you this video. So let me get rid of this this banner here, and then I want to show you this video. And I haven't seen it. Okay, I was in it, but I haven't seen it. This is just a few seconds of me being surprised the moment I walk into an event. I thought I was going to a fundraiser. Specifically, if you know who Tim Keller is, he's an author and a pastor and just brilliant guy. There's a great pitch that was made to me through a friend. I thought I was going to a fundraiser. So I was just going to go to a cocktail party, get some free drinks, some free food, and me and my wife be anonymous at a nice location, and then probably be asked to donate large sums of money to somebody I genuinely care about. So I was hoping to meet Tim Keller, but he wasn't there. And this is what happened instead. So let me share my screen here. Let's see. Boom. All right, you ready for this? Let's take a listen.
Party. You gotta be kidding me. This is
All right. That was incredible. So this is awesome. Like I walked to this building. So first of all, when I showed up, the event was supposed to be at 7 p.m. And so we got there and I'm waiting for the valet. Like there's only 2 guys running. And it's like the most hopping spot in all of Tampa on a Saturday night. So like, I'm like, this is gonna take forever. And so Shay's starting to get nervous, but I just thought she wanted to get in and get the free drinks. And so like we finally get parked or they take our car. I'm walking in and the first thing that tips me off is I see a sign that says like closed. This building's closed for a private party starting at 6 p.m. I'm like, man, my buddy Jordan gave me the wrong time. We're an hour late. I was so bummed in my heart. And then I walk upstairs and I'm like, or we take the elevator upstairs and we're almost to the rooftop. I'm not hearing any music. I'm not hearing any conversation. I'm like, is nobody here? And then that's when I walked in and you saw that. So, and the experience was insane. I wasn't hoping for a party or a surprise. I didn't have any clue. It was like the perfect surprise where I was genuinely surprised. And like, I'm looking across the room and I see people holding copies of my book and holding little like printouts of my book. And I'm like, why are they holding my book and all standing in a corner like it's the end of the Blair Witch Project? And then all of a sudden I see my brother who lives in Virginia, like 1,000 miles away. I'm like, what are you doing here? And then I see Marcus who lives in Sweden. And then I see my parents who live in Alabama. And then I see some of my star students who live all over the country. I'm like, what are these people doing here? And it just all of a sudden like hit me like, oh my gosh, this has been like long planned out, and people spent time and money to fly, stay in hotels and hang out while I had to be slowly like secretly dragged to this party at 7 o'clock. They had to just kill time and wait for me. It was the coolest thing. And the rest of the night was so much fun. My brother did a Mad Lib version of the intro to my book, which was hilarious. I'll have to read that to you and post it somewhere else. We had a Q&A, like a quizzes on like, was this, or there was like does Graham say this or not Graham? So it's like, was this a Graham quote or is this a Nacho Libre quote? Or is this a Will Ferrell quote? Or is this a Derek Zoolander quote? So there's a lot of like, did Graham say this or not? There were speeches, there was food, all my favorite foods in bite-sized little form. They even had the bartender make a signature drink, like my favorite kind of drink, like an old fashioned with smoke flavor. And it was called Writer's Block. And it was like my signature drink for the night. That was so cool. It was so fun. I wish the night never ended. It was a really, really good time. And it was just an honor to celebrate and have like an actual party. So this was what I was excited about. That was a bonus. And I wanted to share that with you guys. It was really, really cool. So what I'd like to do now is turn to the book. Got so much to do, so much to cover. How many of you have a copy of the book ordered? Let me know in the chat. How many of you either have it physically or Kindle, or it's ordered and it's coming? Because I know a lot of you who ordered it, you get the first 2 chapters digitally right away. So even while you're waiting for the book, if you submit your receipt in the form we have below, you're going to get a bunch of bonuses, including the first 2 chapters. So you can start reading the first 2. But if you don't have it in person yet, then you may not have the last chapter. And I thought I would start or do a little live reading of the last chapter, A, because it's shorter, and B, because I think this will be really relevant to you if you're in the middle of a career change or thinking about starting a business, or even you started one and it's not getting going yet. Okay. Chapter 11 is called Why Simply Starting is All That Matters. Is it okay if I read to you now? Is it all right if I do a little live reading? Would that be all right? A lot of people saying it's on the delivery truck. It's coming tomorrow. Got it on the Kindle app. Terry says being delivered today. All right. What's up, Jimmy? All right, brother. This is for you. Chapter 11. And what I want you to listen for is what of this is probably a deeply personal chapter in terms of speaking to the heart of me and of you. Listen for what resonates with you, because I'm going to ask you in a minute. Back in 2020, the world was waking up to the reality of a global pandemic. Jobs were lost, industries were shuttered, and people began looking for ways to create an income online. While a hard year for many, this turned out to be a great year for someone like me, who teaches normal people how to build online businesses. What was most interesting was all the people, including close friends, who reached out to me to say virtually the same thing. Graham, I see now how important it is to have an income stream that is created online. I'm ready now. I just wish I would have started this whole thing a few years ago. Anybody resonate with that? I wish I would have started this thing a few years ago. And I feel their pain. The moment you need the money, it feels too late to get started. For so many whose jobs or businesses were lost due to COVID-19 and the lockdowns, there was immediate pressure to make money right away. Unfortunately, that's not how this works. But just because it would have been nice to have started their online businesses a few years back doesn't mean they shouldn't start today. Okay? There's a popular Chinese proverb that goes something like this: the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. This point couldn't be clearer. Don't wait, start now. But most people won't start. And there's a big reason why. Fear. Anybody afraid? Has been afraid? Fear is a liar. Most people are afraid to start something new. They worry that their idea won't be good enough to work. And so they wait until either they feel 100% ready or they feel sure they can execute it perfectly. My concern is that after reading this entire book, you might feel so overwhelmed that you don't start. And I get it. We've covered a lot up until now, which if you read, it covers a lot. This is a textbook. It's short, but it's a textbook. It's juicy. It's beefy. It's not fluff, okay? It's not light. We've covered a lot up till now, but you don't have to do it all at once. Anybody need to hear that? You don't need to do it all at once. When it comes to creating a knowledge income stream, which is what I call this type of business, what matters most is simply starting. Don't wait another day to plant your seeds in the ground. Start now and grow as you go. Author and speaker Jon Acuff, who actually endorsed my book, by the way. Thank you, John. Such an honor. Such a brilliant writer and super funny dude. Author and speaker Jon Acuff has a great and aptly titled book called Start. And in it, he makes the case that starting is really the only part of life you can control. It's usually fear that keeps you from doing it. And now I'm quoting John, right? This is what he says. Fear is schizophrenic. Fear tends to argue both sides of the coin, leaving you absolutely no room to stand. Here are two of the complete opposite things fear will tell you. One, don't chase your dream at all. And two, if you chase your dream, you have to do it all at once. Oh, dude. So right? He goes on to say, quote, the starting line is the only line you completely control. The start is the only moment you're the boss of. The finish, don't kid yourself. That's months, if not years away, end quote. Acuff is acknowledging two powerful truths that can set you free and lead you to success beyond your wildest dreams if you internalize them. One, fear will tell you either to give up before you start or pressure you into having to do it all at once. Those are not the only two choices. Number two, the only thing you can control is the starting line. The results are completely out of your hands, so don't worry about them. Friend, you know how many nights I've worried about how many copies of this book I will sell and whether I will hit any of the bestsellers list? Do you know how fruitless that endeavor is to worry about the outcome and the results of this book launch? Now, I want to steward the moment well and execute as best I can and put together a plan and do the best I can to get the word out, right? But I can't control ultimately how many people buy a copy or whether it blows up or whether somebody chooses to put it on a bestsellers list or not. I can't control that. And yet even I've worried about it, but I shouldn't. All I can worry about and control is the starting line, what I'm actually doing. So as I go on to say, can I let you in on a little secret? And this is where it gets a little personal. I'm writing this chapter not from theory, but from personal experience. And not just experience long ago, but as recent as yesterday. Believe it or not, fear is something I still struggle with today. I want to read this one more section, and then we'll wrap up the reading because I won't do the whole chapter. Be afraid and then punch fear in the face, okay? Fear is a reality. We can't escape it. The key is to stop, acknowledge the fear, and then, like Jon Acuff's subtitle says, punch fear in the face. I just love that phrase, and move forward with your life. While I'm not a pro at this, I do have a lot of experience with it. If you remember from chapter 1 of this book, and you will once you've read it, I had no idea what I was doing when I started my first knowledge income stream, the recording revolution, back in 2009. But I started. I didn't even know what an online course or a lead magnet was. I could never have predicted it would grow into what has become a 7-figure business that reaches millions of people a year and open up so many doors for me, doors that included starting my personal brand, turning that into another 7-figure business, and writing this book. Hello, I did not imagine that. Not only did I have no idea what I was doing along the way, but also I've been afraid the entire time. And here are just a few of the fears I've had during my career. Afraid of it not working. Let me know if any of these relate to you. Afraid of it not working. Afraid that I'll embarrass myself or say something stupid. Afraid of what my family thought of me blogging every week and not getting a real job. Oh, that was hard on the holidays. Hey, how's the job hunt going, Graham? I'm blogging about music recording and audio. How are you going to make money doing that? I don't know. Please stop asking me questions. Afraid that people will think I'm greedy for wanting a second business. Have you ever felt afraid that people will think you're greedy for wanting to make more money or leave a stable job to build a business that has more income potential? Afraid that I don't belong in the business coaching space and that I should have stayed in the music space. Friend, I kicked the can down the field for 3 years before starting this second business because I didn't feel like I deserved or was good enough or successful enough or whatever to be a business coach and teach online business. And yet I started anyway. And that has made all the difference. Okay, so that's only part of the book I wanted to read to you today because I want to give away stuff and answer questions and eat more donuts. But does any of that resonate with you? Let me know in the chat what part of that, if anything, resonates with you. Fear of starting, pressure that you have to get it all done now. Let's see. Teacher Melody says, I was just journaling on this. That's awesome. RJ says, that sounds like me. I feel like I will never make the same money I make at my day job. These golden handcuffs are thick and heavy. That's real. A lot of yeses. Schwa girl, but I started. So powerful. Yeah, absolutely. Jason, not successful enough to teach other people. Yep, I feel you, brother. Getting a real job. Yes, I felt that. Faith and gather. Overwhelm of doing it all. Yes. Oh, man. Overwhelm is real. Dale says imposter syndrome. Yep. David says, still haven't started my online acoustic guitar course because feeling like I can't do it well enough yet. Man, that is real. Yeah. So we've all struggled with that kind of stuff. So I thought this would be like, that's not the most like exciting part of the book. Like, let's crush it. Here's how much money you'll make. Don't worry, that's in the book. But I wanted to like share with you like, hey, like this book, I want you to buy it. I want you to read it. Why? Because it's going to change your life if you apply it. But there's a reason why I wrote chapter 11 and take it in the direction that I do. And I talk about how to get unstuck if you're getting stuck or if you've plateaued. There's a lot of practical things in there. But I hate the idea of someone reading a book and then not doing anything with it because they're afraid to start. And so I want people to know that like I've been afraid the whole time. I want you to know that I've been afraid the whole time. And yet I've been able to build an incredible life in business while being afraid. So don't wait for the fear to go away. Just go live your life while you're afraid. Like that, I'd rather you take action now. And I want you to read this book and apply it because it will change your life. Sound good? You guys ready if we give some stuff away? Can we do some giveaways? Let me see. Let me see if I can share screen here. So what we're going to do is, are we going to pull a name first? Or are we going to do, we're going to do a giveaway. So we've got a special way. I have 5 prizes and I have a special wheel that's going to spin. I don't know which prize it's going to be. So I legitimately don't know. So we're going to see what what prize of the wheel lands on. And then when it lands, my buddy Marcus is here, team member, is going to let me know who's going to win this first prize. Again, in order to win the prize, you have to have ordered the book or pre-ordered the book anywhere and submitted your receipt in the link below around this video or grahamcochran.com/launch. So if you haven't done that, give you a second here. Go order the book quickly. Quickly get your confirmation number or receipt number. Enter it in. Okay, Color Up says just ordered. Okay. And then we're going to spin the wheel. So tell me, spin the wheel. There, you're already on it. Spin, spin, spin. Thank you, Chad. Spin the wheel. Okay, let's do it. We're going to spin the wheel. So let me share a little wheel here. Find it. Okay. You guys see that? Oh, hold on. Maybe not. Let me add it to the stream. You guys see the wheel now? We ready? We're going to spin this puppy and we're going to see. Spin the wheel. All right, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. Oh, double your sales. Oh, double your sales. I love this course. Okay. The winner of Double Your Sales, which is a course that literally, if you started a business, it gives you 6 levers that you can dial up or down in your business to literally double your revenue in your business. This course is awesome. You ready? The winner of Double Your Sales is Chris Johnson, subforcej@gmail.com. That's the Chris Johnson we're talking about. Congratulations, Chris Johnson, for winning Double Your Sales. This course it sells for around $400, and you're getting it for free, which is awesome. So you will get an email. My team members are taking care of this. So if you're on the call, congrats to you. If you're not, it's okay. It means you ordered my book, and so you're going to get digital delivery of that super dope course. So that's amazing. Congratulations. Let's do one more giveaway, and then we'll do a Q&A, okay? So I'm in the giveaway. I want to spin the wheel one more time. People said the music is strong for the spin the wheel. So we'll do one more giveaway, and then we'll do a live Q&A. So let me get the wheel ready again. Let's see. Remember, whoops, hold on. Let's stop that one. Let's get the wheel number 2. If you haven't ordered the book, this is your time. Order the book, enter your information at grahamcochran.com/launch or on this page. And that way you can be entered for this drawing that we're about to do. All right. Wheel is back. Fresh wheel. Christopher says double your sales is juicy. That's right. He's got access to that puppy. All right, you ready? Here we go. Spin the wheel a second time. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Oh, the 1K course blueprint. Okay. This course is dope. This is great if you are just starting out and you want to take your idea or lack of idea and turn it into your first $1,000 of sales. I love this course. The winner of this course is Yolandi Kruger, which is landy@dunamis.co.za. That's you, Yolandi. So congratulations. You win a copy of the 1K course blueprint, and we will email you that course soon.
Hi.
What? I'm getting busted up on, but what?
I heard somebody's having a book launch party.
Hey.
I'm
you
so proud of
doing?
you.
Aw,
Congratulations.
I love you so much.
Hi guys. Don't mind me.
This is my beautiful bride,
Just,
Shay.
You know, a little bit of something.
What's happening
Celebrate.
right now? Oh my gosh. You want a
You guys
donut?
doing all right? I think I will take a
Yeah.
donut. Okay. Hey, thank you guys all for joining and supporting and attending. I wish I could stay, but I have to go pick up our kids. Mwah! Babe, congrats.
I love you
Happy book launch day.
so much.
Have a little lipstick. Okay, bye.
Is it lipstick or is it pink donut icing? Can we give it up for my wife?
Woo!
They say love the love. Aiko says hi, Shay.
All right, then hi.
She says hi. Oh my gosh. That was unplanned by me. Dude, that's pretty meta. Of course you knew. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh my gosh. She's awesome. Go check out socialsquares.com if you are a female entrepreneur and you need imagery for your social platforms or your website or anything. Lead magnet covers, all that good stuff. All right. Shameless plug for my wife's business. Okay, we got 2 winners. That's amazing. All right, let's open it up for Q&A. If you haven't already grabbed a copy of the book, it's very easy. Just pick it up. grahamcochran.com/book or anywhere books are sold. Okay, so let's do some Q&A. How did you meet? Oh, there we go. Shay and I met in college, her freshman year, my sophomore year, through a mutual friend. We were both dating other people, and I happened to go to a smoky pool hall and hang out with some friends I hadn't seen in a long time. And there was this really cute girl there who was super articulate and smart and funny. And I was like, wow, she's way better than my girlfriend. And my girlfriend was like secretly dating some other guy anyway. So that it all worked out in the end. Don't feel bad for anybody. And then she dumped her boyfriend the moment she took him to see me rock out at a bar with my band. And I had bleached blonde my hair and I was wearing pleather pants. And she was like, that's not the guy I met before. He had brown hair and he would never wear pleather pants. But sure enough, that was the guy. That was me. And she dumped her boyfriend that next day. That's how hard I rocked, guys. Woo! So good. All right. Her business name is socialsquares.com. Marcus, put that in the chat. Oh, man. All right. It was a practical question. Let's see. Royish Good Looks, which is such a great name. And I saw you posting about the book on Instagram. Thank you so much, brother. What are your thoughts on Patreon? Asking as a musician. It depends. Patreon, one of my good friends, his buddy started it. And I was one of the first Patreon accounts. I think Patreon is a beautiful platform. If all you want to do is music videos and create a little bit of a paid community around it, like a fan club, it can work really, really well. And I think where its limitations are is the fact that they take a cut of everything and you can't control the price point. And I think you can give more value if you had your own membership community using a platform like Kajabi, but I will never dissuade anybody from starting a Patreon channel because I think, or a Patreon account, I think it's a beautiful tool to just monetize free content where you don't feel like you're going to want to create a course or do a lot of teaching. So my buddy does music videos, high-end music videos, Peter Hollins on YouTube. And so he has just a big audience and he makes these high production videos and he has people just support him monthly. I think it's great. B. Perry Films. What made you want to share your secrets? I don't think of them as my secrets. I just think of them as the secrets. And shouldn't everybody have access to the secrets? So I just want people to have the information that's helped me. Turns out it's good for business because people appreciate the transparency and the reciprocity is real and the generosity. So yeah, man. Sorry, just thinking about my wife. That's so cool. She's so awesome. That's so cool. Let's see. Jason, what's up, brother? What do you feel is going to be possible for you now that your book is out and going to be a bestseller that wasn't possible for you before? I love it. Speaking that into existence. I love that. Bestseller. Here we come. Oh man, I don't know what will become possible specifically, but a lot of things can become possible. I want to do more public speaking. I really feel like I have a unique convergence of skills that allows me to serve people powerfully in a live environment, specifically on the stage. I think that's probably where I'm meant to be at some point, at least be part of what I do. And so I think having a published book helps open up doors there. It'll open up more press. It already has opened up more press, higher profile podcasts that wouldn't have been able to get a guest spot on without the book. But what that turns into, I don't know. That's the fun of it. I love it. Alistair Bradley, the book just arrived. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah, we're doing more giveaways. Don't you worry. 3 more to be exact. Pre-order the book, but I don't have any number or instructions to get it. You should have something on maybe the confirmation email you got. If not, forward any receipt or any confirmation email you got to support@grahamcochran.com right now, and I can have Marcus look for it right now. So, and we'll get you on the list. Kenneth says, how do you balance business with your faith? I don't think there's a balance. I think I wouldn't have a business if it weren't for God. He kind of told me to do it. I mean, I lost my jobs. It was his idea. It wasn't my idea. If it were up to me, I wouldn't have started a business. I'm not that smart. I'm not that bold. I was too scared. So it's his idea. So it's not really balanced. It's me just following and doing what he's saying. And then number two, man, my faith informs how to do business well. If you look at the businesses that are successful, like truly successful, they're built off of biblical principles, whether they know it or not. I'll give you a good example. It's covered up right now by it's kind of sad. I'm covering up my favorite book, The Go-Giver, which is written by Bob Berg and John David Mann. Bob Berg endorsed the book, which is a total surprise. So awesome. I reached out to him not thinking he would ever even get the message, and he endorsed it. Bob Berg's book, The Go-Giver, when I read it as a Christian, I go, dude, this is Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4, like turned into a book. This is such a Jesus teaching. But I don't know if Bob's a Christian. He doesn't say that it comes from a Christian faith. But man, his generosity principles and the way he's applied them, 100% Jesus said it first. And it's what so much of the ethos of being a Christian is, which is not looking out for yourself as the primary center of the universe, which is how humans tend to operate. But Christianity says, serve other people. To be the greatest in the kingdom, right, is the least, the one who serves others and looks out for their interest and not just their own interest. So that's not a uniquely Christian ethic, but it comes from the Bible, and it's long been perfected as the Christian teaching, a Christian teaching. So for me, I think I'm successful because my faith and my business are perfectly intertwined. And I would never want to separate the two or try to balance the two. That's why I have no problem talking about my faith when it's relevant. Not everyone likes it. Some people are fine with it. Some people really like it. There's a spectrum there. I'm down with whatever. Matt Denton says, I'm having trouble picturing you in pleather, dude. Well, just imagine it looking awesome. And then that's the picture. That's the picture. Let's see. David, brother, did you enjoy writing your book? What was the process like? While you were running a business, raising your family, did you have a publisher before you wrote it? Yeah, so I'm going to talk about that in more detail in a minute. So I'll answer that later. Good question. Hold that thought. I like this question. What advice would you give your daughters if they wanted to start a business apart from taking your course? Yeah, make them buy my course. Advice, I would say find the intersection of what you love to do and talk about and where it's valuable in real people's lives. And that's the most important thing you'll ever do in business, because it's kind of like a treasure hunt. It's out there. There is a cross section or an intersection of something you love to do and are good at and talk about, and it's something that somebody finds valuable. Once you find that intersection, there are a million and one ways to monetize it and make an income off of it. And that's where you can get creative, and that can change based off of what your personality is. It can even change based off of what season of life you're in as your own interests change. So that's what I would say. And I would do something online. That's what I would tell them to do something online for sure, because it's more scalable. But my youngest, she's interested. I mean, she changes her mind, but for a long time, she's been interested in having a bakery. So she might just want to have that in-person shop. And I told her, that's awesome. I'll come as an old man and just like drink espresso and eat your freshly made donuts and read the newspaper every day. So I think as long as you find the intersection between what you know, what you're good at, what you love, what you want to wake up in the morning and do, find the intersection between that and what real people find valuable. That's the most important thing. Everything else is just details. Okay, practical question. Nolan says, when you just got started, how long did it take you to get the business up and running? How many hours a week were you putting in while having a 9-to-5. I did not have a 9-to-5 when I started my business. I lost my job. So I talk about this in chapter 1 of the book, and I don't know how familiar you are with my story, Nolan, but I started the business because I had no job. So I had all the time in the world. I spent 4 days a week working on it. I had some client work, some freelance work. So it wasn't 4 full days, but in between client work, I would create content, try out ideas, try to connect with people, get my name out there. And my first year, I made $10,000 working almost full time. But again, I didn't have a book called How to Get Paid for What You Know that tells you literally everything you need to do and what not to do. I didn't have it. I was making it up as I was going. So first year, $10,000. By the end of year 2, I made $65,000, $70,000. And that's when I knew I'd made it. I was like, done. That's twice as much as I made working in a corporate job. I made $30,000 a year out of college. So making $60,000 a year, game over. Stay at home, talk about audio all day, game over. I was as rich as you could possibly get. And the rest has just been gravy. So I don't know if that gives you some perspective. Good question. Let's see. Technical question. Which software do you use for screen sharing? For lives like this, I use StreamYard. That's what I'm on right now, StreamYard. It's a free program, StreamYard.com. And then it connects with anything. Facebook can connect with. I'm using it with YouTube Live right now. But if you're talking about like recordings of videos where you're doing screen sharing, I use ScreenFlow or I use Loom. Alan wants to know, how long did it take to come up with the title of the book? Dude, it took me a long time. I didn't have a title that I liked for the entire process of writing the proposal, getting an agent, and shopping the proposal out to people. It wasn't until I had 2 publishers who were really interested in the book that we started to test titles, because one of them liked the idea of the book but didn't like the name. It was a working title anyway. It's fine. I didn't like it either. But then we did some name testing, and we surveyed 10,000 people, and this is the title that the title combination of title and subtitle that ranked the highest. So I don't know how long it really only took 24 hours to figure it out once we just polled our audience. Regina says, should we launch every course or do a big launch 1 to 2 times a year? So it depends, right? So some courses you may not need to relaunch, like they're just being sold all the time in your funnel. And some courses you want to open and close throughout the year or highlight a few times a year. I like to promote something at least every quarter, every 3 months, at least, up to something every month. So that could be your own product. It could be an affiliate product. It could be a discounted bundle for the holidays. It could be reopening the doors to a community. It could be offering one-on-one paid spots to your list. Just have something to promote every 1 to 3 months. All right. You guys are awesome. Colin, I love it. When will you hear about the New York Times bestseller list? I mean, they take the sales data on this every 7 days. And so we wouldn't know until this first 7 days are up, which started today or yesterday, depending on how they look at it. Might be Monday to Monday, might be Tuesday to Tuesday. And then after they collect that data, we would know later after that. Great question. Should I eat another donut? I think that's important, right? Okay, question for you. You guys help me pick the next donut I want to try. One is the one that I've been really excited about, right? Fruity Pebbles. Looks good, right? Or check this one out. This is Nicola's Donuts in Tampa, by the way. It's a fried Oreo donut, which I've never seen. It actually has an Oreo inside, she said. She told me. How about one of those two? What should it be? Fruity Pebbles or fried Oreo donut? Wow, I see both. Fruity Pebbles and fried Oreo. A lot more Oreo coming in. Okay, wow. Gosh, I wanted Fruity Pebbles, but you guys say so. Here we go. Okay, so far so good. I think there's a little Oreo guy in there. Let's see if I get it. Caleb says alternate. Practical answer. I know what kind of guy you are. That's good. The Oreo is nice and soft inside. I like that. Okay, cool. Awesome. You guys doing all right? Who in this room has not ordered my book and needs to be shamed? How about that? Let me know in the chat. Don't rat yourself out. Don't rat yourself out. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. Thank you for hanging with me. We got a lot to cover. I got more giveaways to do. What other questions can I answer for you guys? What are you interested in? For those of you who bought the book, whether you've read it or not, what are you hoping to learn from it? What are you hoping to do with the book? I'm curious about that. Leah says the book just arrived. Boom. While you're at the party. I love it. Ellen wants to know, how does Kajabi help me build an email list? Kajabi is just sort of the technical how. So it's going to collect email addresses for you by giving you beautiful landing pages to send people to. And then it will allow them to type in their email address and name, and it'll collect all that and save all that and allow you to communicate with them and automate the whole process. It's beautiful. RJ says just arrived. And Brent says arriving today, 2:45 to 5:45. I love it. I love it. I love it. Vision, motivation seems to be my need. Yeah. I mean, you need to figure out, like, right, like the vision. So the why, like, why are you doing this? Like, what's in it for you? Like, what do you want out of the business? And that can be money. That can be what the money represents. That could be if you're trying to get out of a day job. So like maybe it's time and flexibility. It could just be the fulfillment of being able to teach things you want to teach. Like, for example, this business, I didn't start because I needed the money. I started because I was just burning up inside wanting to talk about business, and my platform was all about music. And I tried talking about business a little bit as best as I could while staying on brand, but I pushed to the limit of what I could do there. And I was like, I just need an outlet to talk about music. And then once I get started, I can't just be like, well, I'll just tweet about it every once in a while or talk about it on Facebook. I was like, dude, I got to like unload everything I know about business and help people. And so for me, it was a motivation of the satisfaction of sharing everything I know about online business. I just didn't realize how successful this second business would become. But what is your why? What do you want out of it? And then like the motivation of like, how are you going to help people, and who are the people you imagine helping, and like how are their lives going to be changed, and really picturing them. And if you do help people, actually like paying attention and remembering the things they've said that have helped them and all that kind of stuff. So I think that is beautiful motivation. I love seeing my students win. Like I said, some of my students, Lane and Brad and Ryan, flew to be in town in Tampa to hang out with me at the surprise party. Gosh, that's motivating to see them in person, to meet them in person, to hear their stories in person about what my material has meant for them or done for them, see what they're doing with it. That's awesome. And then vision just kind of goes from there to like, what will that look like? Like, what does success look like for you? How will you know that you've arrived? How will you know that you're successful? Is that a certain number of people that you're impacting? Is it a certain number of dollars coming in every month? Is it like connecting with a certain person in your industry that is like a hero of yours? And like all of those can be part of your vision. All of those have been part of my vision and continue to be. So that's kind of where you get it like very specific. But I like seeing my vision, and then like I see it, I go, wow, yeah, that's what I said. And when it's like when you see it written down, it motivates you. Like it's already up here, it's already in your heart, but I have to get it out and write it down. And let me give you a question that my coach, Rich Schliffen, asks that just I find so helpful. So it's an exercise, very simple. And I'm talking to you right now, each and every one of you. Okay, imagine you and I bump into each other or meet for the first time 3 years from now. We're at a conference, we're at another live donut eating of some kind. We bump into each other. And I say, hey, it's you. And you're like, hey, Graham. And I'm like, how have you been? How the heck are you? I haven't seen you in 3 years. And you say, Graham, these have been the best 3 years of my life. I go, oh, man, that's awesome. Why is that? Tell me more about that. What would you go on to describe? That's your journal prompt for the day. We're 3 years into the future. It's been the best 3 years of your life. Why? That's all I'll give you. Like is it certain things that happen in your business? Is it your relationships? Is it your health? Have you moved somewhere that you've been longing to move to? Like, what comes out when you think back? What would have had to have happened for you to say that it's been the best 3 years of your life? And just free form, write it all down. That's at least a starting point for like getting the vision that's already in here, that's maybe just at a subconscious level and you're not even thinking about, or you don't even let yourself think about because of a lot of limiting beliefs and mental blocks and whatever. Getting it out, which might be hard at first, and then seeing it and going, oh my gosh, like guys, full circle. This was in my head for years. And I didn't even realize it. I was at dinner with Shay one day. That's why she's going to take credit. She takes credit for everything I've done. She finds a way, because it's kind of true. We're at dinner having date night. And it came up about like, oh yeah, a book, or maybe I want to write a book. I mean, I must have mentioned it. And she was like, you keep talking about it. Like, if you really want to write a book, then just write the book. I was like, well, okay, I will then. Okay, fine. I'll write the book. And that just did something in me. Like it coming out, her spitting back to me, you say you want to write a book. I'm like, you're right. I have said that, but I almost have buried it because part of me is like, no, don't write a book. What will people think? Everyone's got a book. What's the point of a book? It's not going to make you any money, blah, 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 blah. But it took that moment of her revealing like a mirror to me what my vision was. You can do that through the journal prompt. Just seeing it made this become a reality now, almost 2 years later. And I didn't know anything about writing a book. Very scary for me. I could make a course all day long. I could make YouTube videos all day long. Writing a book, I was like, I don't even know the first thing about how to get published or a proposal. That stuff stresses me out. But I took the next step. You know what I did? I actually bought Michael Hyatt, had a course. I don't think he has it anymore. Michael Hyatt endorsed the book, by the way. Do you like that segue? That was nice. I wasn't planning that. Michael Hyatt is a hero of mine, endorsed the book, which is another crazy win. He has a course, or had a course called Get Published. Talk about a creative name. So I bought it for $300. Turns out it wasn't even a video course. Michael, if you're listening, it was an audio only course. And I felt like I didn't know that on the sales page. I would have maybe paid less if it was audio only. I don't know. And he walks through the whole process of should you go traditional publishing or self-publishing and how to write a proposal. That was the first step. I bought a course on it. And then I was like, who do I know personally that's written a book and done really well? I happen to know one guy who's a national bestseller, Jordan Rayner. So I called him up. Could I jump on one phone call with you and just pick your brain about the process? And that led to him coaching me on a proposal. I mean, everything led to everything. And here we are, right? But I started, which is why if you've been here from the beginning, I read that section in the book, chapter 11, of why simply starting is all that matters. But I wouldn't have started if it weren't for the vision, if it weren't for my wife revealing to me what I've always wanted, but I never articulated for a lot of weird mental scripts. If this relates to anybody, if this is speaking to anybody, let me know in the chat. I feel like someone needed to hear that. Thank you for the question about vision and motivation. But man, so much good can happen when you articulate that vision. How are we doing? Chris Long says, Graham, your YouTube channel has been so helpful and inspirational and motivating me to pursue my dream. Thank you for guiding me in the right direction with the right tools. Awesome. Ellen says, preach. Nathan says, loud and clear, man. I love it. Aiko, Schwa girl, it was empowering. Love it. Okay. Marcus, how are we doing over there, brother? Oh, pre-orders are flying in. Okay. Awesome. I think I need to try the Fruity Pebbles donut because that's what I really want. You know, that's my vision. Here's my vision. Eat Fruity Pebble donut. Even though people said eat the Oreo donut. I love that I took a bite of a donut and then Letitia says, so inspirational. I know that was not timed at the same time, but that's what I saw with my eyes. Thank you. I try to have inspirational donut eating. Linda, did I see you in the Facebook
group AMA that I was just a part of, I think I might have answered one of your questions. She says, Graham, out of everything you've done with your journey, what was the hardest thing? Learning software, front of camera, refunds or criticisms, building your team, ego balance. What a great question. I would say criticism for me. I want to please people. I want people to like me. I'm a performer. I'm an artist, right? Performers and artists want applause. I've been on the stage my whole life as a singer, as a theater kid, wannabe rock star. That's my world. You want the applause, and then you want the virtual applause. So when people are like, you're an idiot, when they tell you that, your face looks weird. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. This is my face. This is the only one I got. I disagree with you. That was a hard one. I thought disagreement was a personal attack. And some in our culture kind of sucks at disagreeing politely. So in some ways you could take it as a personal attack, and maybe they mean it as a personal attack. But that's been the hardest thing for me, Linda, is learning how to take criticism and learn which criticism is constructive and go, man, I could learn something from that, and which criticism is just trolls, and just ignore it. That's hard. It's hard for me. For some people, not so hard. It's hard for me. Nelson, we all walk away with a book. Graham walks away with diabetes. Can we give prizes to the funniest comments? Gosh, that was a good one, Nelson. Crushing it. Brent says, better hit the gym extra hard today. You know what I did? I actually canceled my my class at Orange Theory this morning so that I could eat donuts and do this. And then Liv says the donut bite was absolutely inspirational. That's what I'm here to hear. Ooh, Nathan, Beyond the Guitar. Everybody go check out Beyond the Guitar's YouTube channel. Phenomenal. Book just arrived. My brother. Okay. Still, Antoine. Antoine's one of my star students. Still waiting for the $20,000 donut course. Yep. It's going to be a $20K a year donut mastermind where we all collectively put our donut heads together and eat them regularly, but I get paid to moderate that group. Someone has to. Alistair says, how many donuts will Graham eat? Inquiring minds want to know. As many as I can while leaving some for my kids when I get home. They'll be angry at me if I don't. Okay, here's an actual real question. Irby says, how is the book different from your courses? Great question. This book most closely aligns with my course, Automatic Income Academy, because that's the course that helps you go from nothing to building your business, launching your first digital product, and automating your system, and then knowing how to scale it up from there, like at least the starts of that. So this book most closely aligns with that material. But I mean, gosh, you know what? And we'll talk about this in a second, but what was challenging about a book is trying to teach all that in a book that's not going to get too fat. I had a word count I had to keep it under for the publisher. And even if the publisher didn't have a word count, I wanted to keep it in this range. I think it's around 55,000 words because I don't like long books. And most people only read through chapter 2 of a book if they even crack it open after buying it in the first place. So what's the point of a 400-page book if no one's going to read past chapter 2 anyway? So I tried to make it as breezy and fun as possible while still being meaty and didactic. And that was a hard balance. But so the difference is there's less in the book than there is in the course. Less detail, less case studies, less examples, less obviously over-the-shoulder tutorials. And that's just that one course. All my other courses go way more in depth on other subjects that kind of help you build off of what's in the book. So I'd say the book is a great starting place. Liv says, I loved your podcast episode on how to deal with haters. Haters are not worth your time, especially because of the insane amount of value you put into the world. The trolls are just jealous. I have learned that. But it took me a while to believe that. I believe that they were right. And I think that just depends on the way who you are as a personality and as a kid and how you're raised. And some people are like, dude, trolls don't bother me. But for me, they bothered me for a long, long time. So
All right, let's see. I got people. Okay, are we getting excited about a 20K donut mastermind? Is that, Chris, are you like, will you take my credit card now, Graham? Because I can get that offer live in like 30 seconds. Okay. All right. Awesome. I think we need another giveaway. I think it feels like it's time for another giveaway. Here's how this works. We've already given away 2 of my courses. I've got 3 more to give away. In order to be entered to win the giveaway, you have to have ordered or pre-ordered the book and then submitted your receipt number, confirmation number, whatever number your retailer gives you, whether it's Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, wherever, whatever receipt or email they send you, copy that number, take it to the form here, around here and around this video, or if you don't see it, grahamcochran.com/launch, enter it in. My team member, Marcus Superstar, is right there. He sees all. If you haven't bought the book, he knows. He will come hunt you down. No, and then that's where we're pulling from. So we're going to do a random giveaway. We're going to see what the next course is. I don't know. We're going to get the wheel. If you want me to spin the wheel, tell me in the chat, spin the wheel. Spin the wheel, and then we'll spin a wheel, see what the course is, see what the next prize is, and then I'll read off another name who will be a lucky winner. Spinst the wheel. Spinst it. I love it. All right, let me get this up here. Let's get the wheel again. Find the wheel. Share the wheel. All right. You guys see the wheel? Let me get rid of this banner. Gordon says, "Thy shall spinneth the royal wheel." Yes, I'm telling you, we need like another category of prizes for like these funny comments. You're making this party fun. I love it. Okay, here we go. Let's spin the wheel and see what someone's gonna win. Oh, look at this. The Mac Daddy of them all. Automatic Income Academy. Okay. Automatic Income Academy is the course. If you got this book and you like this, Automatic Income Academy is your next step. It will take it to another level. It does not include donuts, but this is a $500 course. The winner of this course is Brennan White. Brennan.white97 at something. I won't give you the whole email. Brennan White, you are the winner. I don't know if you're here live, but we are going to email you that course. Hopefully you don't already have it. If you do, we'll get you something else. Oh, dude, Lane's here. AA is a game changer. Lane flew in from Tennessee to come to Tampa for my live party. Lane's been a superstar student of mine. Can I just brag on Lane for a minute? Is this okay, Lane? Lane has an amazing business called Preaching Donkey. He has lanesebring.com as well, his own personal brand. But sorry, I'm trying to get in the focus spot. Lane self-publishes books. He had a bunch of stuff. He was doing a lot of stuff online, and he was trying to pull the pieces together. And long story short, he's gone from getting a little bit of revenue online to going full-time in his business, quitting his day job, hiring his wife. He's home with his 4 kids and his wife, and he's approaching, if not, you're at the 6-figure mark, right? You've done $10,000 plus months. Like, and this is getting normal revenue numbers for you, right? If you don't mind me bragging on you. Guys, crushing it. So Lane, he's just applied all the stuff that I've been teaching. He's a great example of someone who has the energy and drive to do this and serve people powerfully. And he's been applying everything and been crushing it. So proud of you, brother. Oh, look at this. 15K this month. We're talking this guy's life-changing money here. And this is not like a one-off month. This is like his future is slowly been consistently growing. So not one great month, because 15K a month once is nothing. 15K a month every month is what it's all about. That's incredible. So just wanted to brag on you for a minute. Thanks again for coming to Tampa, brother. That was an awesome surprise. Also want to brag on Schwa Girl here, Aiko, one of my other superstar students. from Hawaii. She teaches English pronunciation. So not English speaking, but English pronunciation. Talk about niche to native Japanese speakers, primarily those who are in business, right? And so they want to refine their accent while they do business with people when the English is the common language. And she started, correct me if I'm wrong, Aiko, you went 14 months without a single client or customer when you started your business and never gave up. And now she's doing 20, 30K months in her premium coaching business in that niche. It's incredible. I'm so proud of her. She's a gem of a person, one of the kindest humans you'll ever meet, and just relentlessly unafraid of continuing to press on. Always an action taker, didn't give up. She started, she didn't get discouraged. I know she was discouraged, but she didn't let that cause her to quit. So proud of you. Nolan says, holy crap, got to get reading fast after Lane's comment. Right? If you just even crack open this book, like money will fly out. And no, I'm just joking. I wish that would be a lot easier than you actually having to do some work, but that's awesome. Oh, Aiko, amazing. You guys are rock stars. You and Lane are incredible. Antoine's in here. So many amazing people. Okay. You guys having fun so far? We'll go a little bit longer for this party. This has been good so far. I had some good donuts. We've given away 3 prizes. We got 2 more prizes. We've done some live reading. We had a live reaction video to my surprise party. Okay. I want to tell you a little bit about how the book came together, because some of you asked me some specific questions. Yeah, let me get 2 of those books then. Yep, double. You get 30K a month. Just one, each book gives you 15K a month. I mean, why not? So, okay, the book, right? Here we go. Somebody asked, like, why write a book? What was the process? Was it hard? How did you balance it with your business and your family? And I started to talk about how when I got clear that, man, I really do want to write a book. And I was being honest with myself for the first time. And I bought Michael Hyatt's course, and it kind of got me started in thinking about, yeah, I think I do want to get published traditionally. At least try it. Okay, the proposal is really important. I reached out to the only person I knew who had written a book and actually become a best-selling author, Jordan Rayner, who's a phenomenal guy. He's got an amazing podcast called The Call to Mastery. His book, Called to Create, I think, is a Wall Street Journal bestseller. All his books have become international bestsellers or national bestsellers. I said, Jordan, like, what do I need to know about this process? And he walked me through. He said, well, first of all, I think you should try the traditionally published route. And that's what I wanted to hear, because that's what I wanted to do. And I think I said this in an AMA I just did in a Facebook group before here. But everything I do is self-published. I publish YouTube videos. Nobody checks it to see if it's good. I write a blog post. Nobody says, I don't know about this, Graham. I have a podcast every week. Nobody listens to it and goes, well, that's, you could refine it. I just publish whatever I want to do, which is fun. But I didn't want to do that again with a book. I wanted, for the first time in my business, to have to create something with somebody else who's better at what I do than I am, who's done this professionally before, who has money and skin in the game, so that they would collaborate with me to make it better. And so that's why I wanted to go traditionally published. Also, I wanted to create credibility. And that was the play for this book. And forgive me if I already said that. I've done a lot of live stuff in the last 48 hours. But for me, it's not a money-making tool. It's a credibility opportunities opening up tool, right? So people look at you differently when you have a published book. Next step was kicking ideas around. What would I write about? So I don't know if you've ever wanted to write a book, but that was my first question. Like, what would I write about? Like, I wasn't even clear. Some people are like, I know I want to write a book on this, and I just need to do it. I had no clue. Should it be a business book? Should it be a specific thing related to business? Should it be more like lifestyle design, like the 4-hour work week? So I kicked things around with Jordan. He helped me think it through, and he was like, look, write the book. And I interviewed Cal Newport, who's a phenomenal guy, phenomenal author, Deep Work. Such a great book. World Without Email is his latest book. Digital Minimalism. Anyway, I got to interview Cal Newport, and one thing he said is, yeah, like the first book, you should write the book that you are the most natural person to write. Like right now, like the book that's you're the person that's supposed to write that book. So for him, like his first book was called How to Win at College. And he had like done really well, gotten really good grades and crushed college. And so he wrote a book to college students. He was in grad school, I think. So he wrote a book that was the natural book for him to write. Right. And so How to Win at College. So for me, Okay, a book about this business model, having an online business that sets you free. That was the book idea. I wrote like 3 ideas, and that was the one that made the most logical sense as like a first book. I'm the natural fit to write it. And then from there, it was the hard work of the proposal. And the proposal was fascinating. Talk about sales copy, talk about marketing. All the hard work for this book was done in the proposal. I'll be honest with you. And that's so cool. It was hard. And so what I did is I went away, booked a hotel just here in town, got away for 2 days, 2 nights, and just worked on the proposal. And so I knew the sections I needed to work on, right? I knew I needed a title and a subtitle, and they were working, titles and subtitles. I knew I needed like a 1-line premise of the book, right? I knew we needed a paragraph that expanded on that a bit. I knew I needed chapter outlines, like just the table of contents. Like, what would the chapters be? What would the names of the chapters be? And then like a paragraph like describing what the chapter is going to be about. So it took me a while to like collect all my thoughts. Like, well, if I were going to teach online business, where would I start? What would I cover? And so all of that in there. And then I had to write about my platform as an author. So that's really like the sales pitch to the publisher, like who I am, my bio, my platform, like my reach, the numbers, the type of people that follow me, make myself look impressive basically to a publisher. And then, which was good work, 'cause I had to think about what would they value. And then I had to think about, do a competitive analysis. What are, 3 to 5 books in the marketplace that are crushing it right now, that you think your book would stand against? Like should be selling alongside those books. So prove to us that there's a market for this kind of book. What are the other books out there that are already a known commodity, so we don't have to take a chance on some? They don't want a book to be so original that they don't think anyone's going to buy it. They want a book that they know is going to sell. So I had to look at my competitive analysis and like the book, and then why I think it's similar, where I think my book will be different. That was fascinating. Guys, I think in that competitive analysis, I had like The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, which is, again, one of the most helpful books out there. And I was like, hey, similar, what's great about 4-Hour Workweek, right? And what's similar is that I'm helping people not just think about making money, but building a life that they really want to live. What's different is that it's really didactic around specifically online courses and online content, whereas his wasn't, a little more broad. And also the tone is going to be very different. It was a very like single guy jet setting around the world, kind of brash tone. I was like, I have a very different tone. So it's going to appeal to a different type of reader. Gary V, Crush It. That book has crushed it. And that's a very, very similar stuff. So Gary V's book, Crush It, and my book, we're talking about a lot of the same things: content marketing, right? Email list building, products, marketing. Like he has a very technical book in a lot of ways, but where we differ again is tone. Gary V, like, he's very off-putting for a certain group of people, a lot of people, but he's very appealing to another group of people. It's like, I'm not going to sound like Gary V, but we're going to be talking about a lot of the same things. The $100 Startup, Chris Guillebeau, right? That book, very different substance, similar audience, like how to start a business that's really like affordable and change your life. But he doesn't have a didactic approach in the book. It's more of case studies of different people that have done it, like lean startups, which is cool, which is another book, but not his book. So I was like, mine's going to be different in that it will be a didactic. Here is the step. Here's the formula. Here's how to go build it. But what we're similar is tone. Chris Guillebeau is a very like calm, affirming, gentle author. So his tone is just like playful and approachable. And I was like, that's more of my tone. So that was a fascinating process in and of itself, was to have the competitive analysis. And it was good for me to learn about myself, right? And then I had to do a market analysis. So like, is there a market for this? So it's interesting to go find the numbers, go find the people that I think would buy this book and why, and see what trends are happening. And this was in 2020, right when the pandemic was starting. So we still didn't even know the breadth and width of like the Great Resignation and how many jobs would be lost. Like, we weren't even quite there yet, but the numbers were already staggering back then in terms of Google Trends and people searching for like how to make money online and like how to start a side hustle and people wanting something different. And so that was fascinating. And I anecdotally been seeing more and more women following my content. And I'm like, guys, there is a massive market for women who want to start something, and they don't want to learn from a Gary V. They don't want to learn from Tim Ferriss. They don't want to learn from Grant Cardone. No offense to any of those guys, but those are such macho like brands, like intentionally, because they attract men intentionally. So you can either have women teaching it or you can have Graham teaching it, because somehow I appeal to both men and women. Not all men and not all women, but there's a nice crossover, which I think is cool. So I really highlighted the number of women looking into that kind of stuff. So anyway, fascinating process. And then the final part of the proposal was writing out the first 2 chapters. So they wanted to get you, they're supposed to get a sense of your writing. And honestly, this was the best thing I ever did, because like I said earlier, the last stats I've seen is most people don't read past chapter 2 of any book they buy. So A, if people even buy the book, you're lucky. And then 2, if they buy it, they're only going to read through chapter 2 max, because people just move on with their lives. So I figured if I could write the dopest first 2 chapters ever, and then they're going to want to keep reading. So my job was to write the first 2 chapters. Really, there wasn't even an introduction at the time, but write the first 2 chapters in such a way that every paragraph kept you to want to keep reading. And so I wanted to do a couple of things. And I had to figure this out for this proposal, which I'm so glad I did. This is why I felt like the hard work was front loaded. I had to, in chapter 1 early on, show you that I'm a normal person that had this amazing thing happen. Somewhat inspirational, somewhat storytelling to draw you in, but then quickly turn it around, not just talk about myself, but show you that there's this opportunity out there called knowledge commerce, and it's approaching a $300 billion a year industry. This is a real thing. This isn't just one guy's experience. This is a real thing. And there's stats to go along with it, and whole industries popping up around it. So show you the opportunity. And once you're shown the opportunity, all these objections flood into your brain. That's not going to work. I'm not an expert. I don't know anything about tech. So I knew I needed to address common objections in the first chapter. So you're like, oh, wow, I feel heard. Well, yep, that's what I was thinking. Oh, so maybe it's not as hard as I think, right? Diffuse all those objections. And then in chapter 2, I wanted to kind of give away the business model and show how counterintuitive it is, because this business model is all built around giving stuff away, being a generous person, as opposed to being a sleazeball in front of a Ferrari with lots of women without their clothes on in a private jet. You know who I'm talking about. And so chapter 2 is all about giving. Who doesn't want to be told that the secret to making a lot of money is giving stuff away for free? It's true. Just look at Oprah. That girl gives away cars to everybody. She's blowing up. Everybody loves Oprah. Everybody loves Oprah. Everybody loves a generous person, right? Everybody loves free stuff. That's why I'm giving you stuff in this book launch party. So if people hear that and go, huh, I thought business was all about marketing or pressure-filled sales tactics or being brash and dropping F-bombs, right? Like my main man, Gary Vee, right? That's not the only way to make a living. That's not the only way to grow a business. You can actually grow a business by serving others. And I know that if I say that, the right people will go, that sounds appealing. And then when chapter 2 is over, they'll be like, oh, snap, I want to know how to do it. And I learned this in sales copy, so I applied it to writing a book, ending every chapter by previewing like the juicy benefit of the next chapter. So you're like, oh, crap, I got to read the next chapter. And that's where it ends. So that was a lot in 48 hours. I just locked myself away in a hotel for 48 hours and created that. Brought it to, I hired an editor just to go through the proposal itself. Spent like $100 to like clean it up, make me sound more professional. I had some of my buddies look at the proposal and give me some suggestions on some certain things there. But that was the hard work. And from there, it was finding an agent. And that was easy because my buddy Jordan was like, bro, I really think you'd like my agent, DJ. I think he would actually like this book. Let me ask him. And so DJ we got on a call, and immediately I understood that he understood my heart as an entrepreneur, as a Christian. He understood the angle. He understood the opportunity. He saw how timely this book was. And he understood that I also wanted to sell online courses and have this be part of my whole ecosystem. And I felt like we understood each other. So it's like, bro, let's do this. Got an agent, signed up with him. And then he refined the proposal more. And then we took that proposal and he shopped it out to all the publishers. And that's where I had to sit on my hands for like 4 months, fall of 2020. And I'm a control freak. I was like, what are we hearing? Like, are we hearing? And then I kept hearing like, hey man, some of the big New York publishers have said no. They've said, hey, talk about rejection, friends. He wouldn't tell me this, but I kept pushing him. I was like, I want to, like, what are people saying? What are the no's? What are they saying? And so he had a spreadsheet and he showed me, okay, here's basically the one-liner of why they said no. And it was like, nothing new here. It's just another YouTuber with a book. You know, like what's the angle here that we haven't seen before? Seems like it, you know, it seems like Graham's a nice guy and successful, but I don't know if this is a compelling book, blah, blah, blah. That was really hard to hear. And because again, I want people to like me. And as a performer, I want that applause. And so it was like the rejection is so hard for me. But 2 publishers, I had about 3 or 4 actually offer me something. 2 weren't really legit offers, but there was 2 legit offers. I got to interview with both publishers and choose, which was awesome. And so in January of 2021, I decided to go with Ben Bella and Matt Holt Books, which is a new imprint of Ben Bella. Matt Holt is there he is right there, Matt Holt. He's my editor-in-chief, really good dude. He really understood how I wanted this book to work with my ecosystem, and he understood the world that I'm in. Signed with them. That was like a month-long process for the agent and the publisher to go back and forth, and like we had to like nail down some details in the book. Like, for example, we had to fight to put in the contract that they would give me first dibs at auditioning to read my own audiobook, which is dropping, by the way. I'm waiting for an email from my publisher today to know exactly when the audiobook drops, but it's dropping. So I was like, I want to read my darn audiobook. And so anyway, we had to fight for that. And then once we figured that out, signed it in February. And since I had already written the proposal in the first 2 chapters and I had the outline, I knew what to do. So then I just got to work all February and all March. And what I did, long story short, David Alonzo, is I work on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's my business. Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays are my off days, and also the weekends. Fridays is my date day with Shay, so we hang out. So really had Tuesdays and Thursdays, and what I did was just write on those days for like 3 to 4 hours. And I did that for 2 months. And I delivered the manuscript on my birthday, March 31st of last year. Went straight to the Ritz-Carlton, to the beach to celebrate. And then became the editorial process, where my editor, Kate, was amazing. She's like, I'm going to go read this for a month, and I'm going to come back with you after a month with all my edits. And that was stressful. Like, is she going to come back and be like, this is good, I love it, it's great. We just need to change everything. You know, like that's what I was waiting to hear. Just a couple of things, like the words in it we need to change. And so fortunately she came back and she was like, this is great. And the edits were like so helpful. Like, hey, you're really repetitive here. Can we use a different analogy here? I don't understand what you mean by this. Can you flesh it out here? Actually, I think this paragraph makes more sense before you say this or after you say this. Super helpful. There's a section in the end in chapter 11 that wasn't in there until she suggested I put it in there about, I wrote a section about if just to get started, I gave some suggestions. And she's like, what if you have people that have started and they read your book and they feel like they're stuck and they're reading your book, not to get started, but they're like, it's not working. And so I wrote a whole section of this book for you, if you feel stuck, on how to get unstuck. So thanks to Kate for putting that in there. Then we went through the book cover design process, layout, font choices, more rounds of edits. Read the audiobook right here in my office, which is fun. Try to sound as sultry and sweet and delicious for you guys. That happened in December. I turned in the audiobook recordings before Christmas. Did some second takes in January. And then, friends, all Q1, it's just been promotion. It's been the ramp up to marketing this thing. Oh, getting endorsements. I forgot about that. Gosh, that was something I was stressed out about, was getting endorsements. And then I'll move on from this. But God just was really gracious to me. I'll just say that, through some friends and connections. And this is where reciprocity goes a long way. Making friends, connecting with people. You never know who people are going to connect you with. And so super humbled to get connections with Michael Hyatt and John Acuff. Dan Miller, who wrote 48 Days to the Work You Love, which everybody should go read. It's a phenomenal book. Bob Berg, who wrote The Go-Giver. Jonathan Cronstedt, the president of Kajabi. I was like, bro, this book is a giant sales pitch for Kajabi. You need to read it and endorse it. My good friend Jordan Rayner, best-selling author, Redeeming Your Time, Called to Create, Master of One, phenomenal man and dude, and author in his own right. He endorsed it. My buddy Cliff Ravenscraft, a phenomenal coach and one of the earliest podcasters ever. He got Amy Porterfield started and Pat Flynn started, and all those guys started on their podcasts. And my buddy, Ill Factor Grammy-nominated producers, worked with Justin Timberlake and all these people. He's got an amazing online business too. Good friend of mine. He read it. Just endorsed the book. So cool. So cool. So honored. And it's here. And now, hopefully, everybody, by by this moment of the party has a copy. And now it's time to buy copy number 2. Just joking. Only if you want to. My mom bought 6 copies for friends because that's kind of how she rolls. It doesn't even matter what the book's about. She'll buy multiple copies for people. But it is a great gift because it is an awesome opportunity to like set somebody free. It's like, hey, you may not even thought about a business, but this could give you an alternative way to make a living. So there you go. I hope that's helpful. Give you a little insight into the book. I think we should do another giveaway, and then we'll do another Q&A. So, again, let me make sure this is up here. Order my book right now, anywhere. Amazon's great. Barnes & Noble's great. Wherever. Take your receipt, confirmation number, whatever number they spit out and give to you. Enter it in on the page here or grahamcochran.com/launch. Then you'll be entered to win the live drawing. We're going to give away 2 more digital products, 2 more courses. So let me pull up the wheel. You guys want me to spin the wheel again? I'm going to take another bite of something. Oh, yeah. I cannot take credit for the wheel. This is Marcus's invention. He made the wheel. Look at this. Got a cronut here. Croissant donut. I never had one of these. Oh, that's nice. Ooh la la. Très bien. Oh, je t'aime, le croissant. All right. Spin that wheel. Spin it, spin it, spin it. Oh, here we go. Just check the mail and the book is here. I love this. Do it. Do it. I love it. Okay, here we go. Let me pull up the wheel again. Let me get that wheel. Where are you on my screen? Get that wheel on my screen. Share. Okay. Pop it on the screen. Get rid of this little banner. All right, you guys see the wheel? Oh, dude, by the way, it's still happening. Heard the backup signals outside. My book just arrived. Boop, boop, boop. I love it. Y'all are like looking out the window. It's like Santa Claus is coming. Feels like Santa's coming. Graham's book's coming to town. And Sandy says, I should check the mail, but 2 napping babies. You know how it goes. Oh, I know. I have lived that life, Sandy. Hang in there. You will do great. Actually, they're napping, so you are crushing it. You are doing great. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. We're going to give away, we got 2 more products left, and these are some juicy ones. All right, let's spin this wheel. Here we go. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My 6-figure coaching community. I've got some 6-figure coaching community members in the chat right now. I see you there, Antoine. I see you there, Lane. I see you there, Colin. I see you there, Aiko. If you're in 6FC, drop it in the chat. This is the absolute coolest community on planet Earth of online business owners who are trying to reach 6 figures or more in their business. So you don't have to be 6 figures. You just have to have started and you want to scale. We hang out in a live community throughout the week. We have live coaching calls with me where I answer your questions live. And then I deliver a new training, video training every single month called my master classes. And then you get an entire bonus course. You get double your sales, which is a course I normally sell. You get that for free just being a member and a bunch of other stuff. It's so awesome. So we're going to give away a month of the community. Okay. And the winner of this is going to get a free month. Full disclosure, it is a free trial. So you will have to enter your credit card because I'm hoping you love it, but you can cancel if you don't love it and it'll still be a free month and we will love you. But if you do love it, then you can stay and become a paying member. Free month, which is a crazy value. It would cost you $97, but you're going to get it for free and so much more value. And the winner is, and I know her, Kara List. Kara, I don't know if you're even on this live call. She's got kiddos. Kara List and her husband, I made a record for him years ago. That is so cool. They're just starting a business, and she was part of a live group coaching program I did around the book launch. So congratulations, Kara. We're going to shoot you an email. You just won a free month of my favorite community in the world, 6FC. I almost want can I have like a Gary V pop up, or he can just drop F-bombs and just bleeps them out like every time to celebrate. Beep, 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 beep. I think I saw Jimmy post, imagine all of this, but on TikTok. Okay. Congratulations, Kara. That is so awesome. Okay, awesome. We'll save the last giveaway for a minute. Let's open it up to Q&A. What else? I mean, I don't even know. Like, what do you want to know? We can talk about your business. We can talk about the book. Talk about anything. Donuts, cronuts. The fingers, Gary V's F-bombs with him saying faith. I love it. Like, do you love those YouTube edits? Like, I love the one where it's all those lightsaber battles, but instead of the lightsaber sound, it's Emperor Palpatine saying, do it. So every time the lightsaber say, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. So yeah, can we just get that edit of Gary V dropping F-bombs, but instead of the F word, it's the other F word, which is faith? That'd be amazing. Tara says, how does it feel to be a published author? It feels super dope. Oh my gosh. Bucket list accomplished. This was a big deal for me. I knew it was coming. Slow burn, longest launch of my life. I've had so many people help me along the way. I want to make a big shout out to Stephanie Lee, who helped me, a launch coordinator. She's been a phenomenal asset and just a great help and a friend. Man, it feels good to be here and to celebrate with you all. You spending time with me today and laughing at my donut jokes is amazing. So thank you so much. The Man Guide, Colin, what's up? After you launch a product for the first time, now we're getting technical, and you do a full close cart, how long would you wait before you relaunch or reopen it and make it evergreen? This is a good question. I would probably just wait as long as it takes for people to go through the course and get results, and I would check in with them, maybe do like a surprise over-deliver group coaching call or two, help answer questions and get some results for people and get some testimonials and ask them, how could I make the course better? What holes did you see? And I mean, that might take you only a month. That might take you 3 months, but whatever it takes to get testimonials, get results for people and make the course better, then I would make it evergreen or relaunch it. I actually wouldn't relaunch it anytime sooner than 3 months in the future. That would be the soonest, but making it evergreen, I would wait till you get some results for people. Kanisha, how long do you recommend testing different price points? That's a good question. If you're doing it in a launch, just do it for the whole launch and see how the launch does. If you don't convert at least 0.5% of your email subscribers, then you know there's something wrong with the price point or the offer or the positioning. But if you converted, over 1%, you're doing pretty well. If you converted like crazy high percent of your email list, like 2, 3, 4, 5%, it might be too cheap. Then maybe you want to crank up the price next time you launch it. But if you're selling something evergreen just in your funnel, you probably need a lot more time to have more people go through to get a sense of how it's really converting. Nathan, I am grateful for your tone. I used to follow people like Gary Vee because I thought that's just how you do business. Thankful for God showing me different ways I came across your content. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm on a mission, man. Nothing against Gary Vee. He's very successful. Just, it's not my style. And it's not everyone else's style too. That's a good example. If you see someone in your niche that you're trying to build your business in and they're crushing it, to borrow from Gary Vee's language, they're so big, that does not mean there's no room for you at the table. There's always room at the table because think about, you go to your favorite bookstore, like literally, let's be honest. I mean, maybe you can butter me up. Is this going to be the only book on business you ever buy? I bet you've bought books on business before, right? People don't just learn from one person is what I'm trying to say. They learn from everybody. So there's always room for someone else at the table. But number two, your tone and your schema and your worldview and your perspective and your ideas and your quirks and your jokes and whatever is going to resonate with someone in some group on the internet in the world better than others. And so all you have to do is show up and find your people, and you can make an entire business around it. Sandy says, how can I give lead magnets for children to parents? How do you approach them if you're really working with children? It's a great question. I mean, one analogy that I've seen used is, let's say you are teaching violin. You're giving violin lessons in your city, and you're going to put up posters or, whatever around the city saying you're giving violin lessons. Here's my phone number. Typically speaking, it's kids learning violin, right? From wealthy parents a lot of times who are forcing the kids to learn violin. Not always true, but it's like the parents want them to learn violin. So who's paying for the lessons? Who's probably suggesting the kid get violin lessons? The parent. So you would probably make those banners or those ads or the signs geared towards the parent, even though you're working with kids. You're not teaching adults or teaching the parents, you're working with kids. So that's one way to think about it, is like, if the parents are making the purchasing decision, even though you're gonna work with kids, are they the ones online looking for help for their kids? Then you would position your content for them. Did you see this? Brendan White says, imagine Gary Vee and Poor Graham from the Rich versus Poor shorts that I do alone in a room for an hour. Oh my gosh, Gary Vee would destroy that poor guy. You're such an effing idiot. Just make more content. Let's see. Letitia says, I have so many ideas for courses. How do I narrow it down and choose the first one? Man, make the one that's going to help your people solve the most top of mind burning pain. So I think I've heard Marie Forleo say this, so I want to give her credit. When you're trying to figure out what to do in your business and trying to get clarity, clarity doesn't come from thinking about it. It comes from engaging. So engage with your audience and ask them what they want help with or need help with right now. Poll your audience. Ask them questions. If you know that people want help in these 3 areas, say, hey, I want to help you in any one of these 3 areas. Which one would be most helpful for you right now? And go with the most popular one. So I wouldn't do what you want to do. I would do what your people are asking you to do. Successful children. How about doing a drawing for a baker's dozen of donuts? I would love to do that. These are so good. They're so delicious. I'm going to try. Here's just a sugar donut. Classic sugary donut. Because the other donuts don't have sugar. Only the one that's a sugar donut. The other ones are good. Healthy donuts. Keto donuts. Oh my gosh. Dean says, congratulations on your book launch, Graham. Sending lots of good vibes from Turks and Caicos. Oh my gosh. Can I come visit you, Dean? You have such a beautiful island. Oh my gosh. Multiple islands. So beautiful. I want to go there. I literally just I was seeing a picture the other day. Some ad was showing me. It was like reading my mind, I guess. It knows I want to go to the Caribbean. Oh man. Blessing Music Academy just stopped by to say congrats on the book. Amazon just delivered it. And I love the 6FC coaching community. Oh my gosh. Love it. Pumping me up. Love it, love it, love it. Dafinga says, what's the next book for you to write? Well, what should I write? What do you want me to write? How about that? Let me know what book I should write next. Oh, there we go. Hey, Dad, it's your kids. Save us some donuts. Okay, everybody. My daughter, under her pseudonym, which now everyone knows who it is, has a super dope YouTube channel. If you or your kids are into Roblox, building houses instead of Bloxburg and other cool games, she does some amazing builds. Just type in Everly Gray like you see it on the screen. Go check out her channel. Subscribe to her channel right now. Can everyone in this chat just go subscribe to Everly Gray right now and then like one of her videos? Please go do that right now because she's really phenomenal. I'm not even joking. I'm biased because she's my daughter and she's phenomenal, as both of them are. Love you, Chloe. Love you, Vera. But what Chloe does is she makes these, she basically is an interior and exterior designer. She builds these houses. She's saying, stop it. She builds these houses, which are phenomenal, and designs them and then like gives you these tours of them and decorates them on the inside. Like it's insane. Like I just could watch her walk through them all the time. So go see those videos. Drop the link. All right, let me go pull it up here. We're going to drop that link. Let's see, YouTube. Let's pull it up. Shameless plug, Everly Gray. Here we go. Here's her channel. I'm dropping it in the chat now. Boom. That's her channel. Go subscribe. Okay. Love you, kiddo. And I am saving donuts. I still got Still got a lot of donuts left here. We'll give you a little live look at what's left. And then, sorry, dude, my brain can't figure this out. It's not on mirror mode. And then I got also Chloe and Vera and Mommy. I've got a fried Oreo donut. So Shay, you're not going to care about that. And then I've got a little bit more of the Fruity Pebble donut. So boom. I'm saving them. Don't you worry. Okay. So now I've done some shameless promotion. Colin says, oh man, my wife is going to love Roblox. I don't know why more like adults aren't on Roblox. That Bloxburg inside of Roblox is amazing. Oh, Chloe goes, Tutti Frutti. Just making fun of your weird Swedish candy, bro. Oh my gosh. Rita says, my daughter loves those house vids. She's 3. There we go. Subscribe to my daughter's channel. She's crushing it. She's so freaking good and underrated. Okay. Where are we? We were talking about Chloe's channel. I love it. Okay, let's see. What are the questions? I thought I missed some, but maybe it's not so big. If you had a real question, I missed it. We got a few more minutes. We got one more course, one more product to give away. I want to share real quick before we do it. And if you want to enter and win this last product, again, you have to have ordered the book. Love you, Chloe. Love you, Vera. Love you, Shay. See you guys. If you haven't ordered the book yet, what are you doing with your life? Like, this is the most affordable thing I could ever give you that will change your freaking life. It's so dope. And it's a fun read. It's a really fun read. I mentioned Star Wars in there. I mentioned going to a bar. I mentioned pizza. I mentioned football. It's not all boring stuff. So go order the book. Please support me. I'm going to put it up here. This is the day. GrahamCochran.com/book. That's where you can also enter in your receipt. You can also do it here at GrahamCochran.com/launch. Just whatever number they give you, enter your receipt. That's how you'll be entered to win the last giveaway that we're about to do in a few minutes as we wrap this up here. Giving away one more product, which is going to be super dope. But it means a lot. And then I will say this, and I'll say it again in a minute, but if you have bought the book and you've read it and you like it, would you go leave me a review, especially on Amazon? That really, really helps. So if I've given you any value and you haven't bought the book or left a review yet, like you could really help me out. You don't have to buy a course. If you don't have to join my membership, I'm not asking for that, but buy a $25 book, leave a review. That's free. Man, that'll help me out. That'll be so awesome. So we're going to do another giveaway in a minute. Biggest takeaway for the book is twofold. One, it was not nearly as hard as I thought. And I think I told somebody, I think this will be the easiest book I ever write because it's basically what I've been doing and teaching for 12 years. So it was already created, right? The hard part, though, was synthesizing it down into an easy breezy book that, again, we touched on this a minute ago about striking that balance between readable, sit by the pool readable, like imagine your favorite cocktail, tropical drink, or, glass of bourbon. I'm fine with any of those. In your hand, and you're in your sweet, happy place. You're on a cruise ship. You're at a resort. You're at your pool. You're at the beach. You're just sitting out back, and it's a beautiful day. And you're flipping through this book, and you're like, man, I could do this. Like, this could be my life. Like, I'm in these pages. I'm motivating you, right? I wanted to have that plus the book you come back to and you underline and you reference. Oh, it's time to launch my course. What did Graham say about launching the book? Oh, I'm writing the sales page. What was this 3-step sales copy formula? Oh, okay. It's time to automate. How do I set up my email funnel? What's the best way to do it? Oh, I'm launched. Now, how do I grow this business? What are the other products he said to build and in what order and how to scale it? What's the income engine all about? I mean, guys, chapter 10, if you haven't read this thing, the income engine, right? The 4 core things that will drive your business. This is the chapter that blows me away that nobody knows about. Everyone's teaching you how to launch. And I hear all the time, well, what do you do next? Like, once you've launched, what do you do every day? Well, that's chapter 10. This is what you do every day. It doesn't have to take you very much time, but this is what you do and how to know what to be doing to push the business forward and scale, as opposed to just doing all the other things that won't grow your business. So it's all there. And the book strikes that balance. So that was hard because it was like take a lot of material in courses and coaching, put it into a book that is both readable and fun. and then didactic and underline worthy and reference worthy, right? And I think favorite moment of the book journey as we wrap up this thing and get into our final giveaway is, I think twofold. For me, it was the bucket list of having endorsements of my heroes, some of my literary heroes, people whose books are on my shelf, who changed my life, who I respect as people and who I respect as authors, and to have them be willing to put their name on my book and then say some nice things about my book, just insane. It's kind of like a, wow, I've arrived moment. That was fun. And then I think when the book came, I first got the copy of the book and I opened up the box and I could touch it because this was like an idea, and then it was a Google Doc, and then it's here. And I don't have anything that's physical. Everything I sell is digital. You know, some of you sell physical products, which is awesome. I don't. So this is the first time I've held one of my products. It's just kind of crazy if you think about it. I touched it, I held it, I put it on my bookshelf. It looks like it fits up there with all the other books. I was like, man, for some reason, this makes me feel like I am legit now. So for me, that was important and that felt amazing. It was overwhelming in a good way. And then honestly, the last thing has been these last couple of weeks and then today, just seeing you here, seeing your comments. So many of you have been snapping pics on Instagram with the book. One of my favorites, who was it? Was it Royish Good Looks? I think it might have been you. Underlined the section about, you know, with an online business, you can take the week off and just watch Star Wars all week long. And he wrote, "I feel seen." Like just seeing you engage with the book. And even if you haven't gotten your copy of it, just celebrating with me that you ordered it and it's coming. It's like super humbling. I just want you to know, like, it's super humbling. I don't know how I got here. And I don't I don't know where this goes. I don't have a specific vision of what exactly it will look like or what God's going to do next, but I just want you to know that you have made my world by supporting me, by being excited for me. It just means a lot to me. Coming here to a live donut eating, you know, disguised as a book launch party means a lot. So even if you've been here for 5 minutes and that's all you could tune in for, you came, and I appreciate it. If you bought a book or 2 or 6, like my mom, I appreciate it. If you've read anything in the book and it's impacted you and I don't even know about it, I still am grateful because then I've done my job. I really, truly want to help you. And I'm really excited to see what you do with this book. So that's getting a little sentimental. Let's do our final giveaway. And then I'll give you some final parting words and maybe a couple of final bites of donuts. And we can wrap this puppy up. Does that sound good to you? Royish good looks. May the knowledge income be with you all. And also with you. Let's see. Glenn Thomas says, mine just arrived. Awesome. Also an Automatic Income Academy member. Just launched my first mini course a month ago, and I've had good sales. Thanks, Graham. Really appreciate you. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. Gloria's copy is coming tomorrow. Oh, that'll be a great day. Thank you, Graham. Looking forward to getting into the book. Always appreciate your generosity and care. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Tara says, it's so funny. I write books, but now I've gone digital for the first time and I'm so excited. I love that. We've swapped places. Your book helped me so much. We'll rave about it to everyone. I promise. Tara got an early release copy, so she knows all the goods inside. Sandy says, Baby 2 is here and watching with me. Hey, Baby 2. I don't know your name, but welcome to the donut eating launch party. Amazing. You guys are so sweet. Scott wants to know who gets the free coaching call. Yes. So these were bonus giveaways that I'm giving away on the live. You will get an email. I'm giving people through the end of the week to be entered to win because I'm giving away the bonuses. So the live 90-minute coaching call with me, absolutely free, one lucky winner. If you've ordered or pre-ordered the book and submitted your receipt at grahamcochran.com/book or /launch, you are going to be entered to win that free coaching call. So we haven't done that drawing yet. We'll probably be next week. So I'm going to give people all this launch week to join and still get some of the bonuses, but then that's it. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, that's my dream. That's my hope. You guys are amazing. Hannity, just notification that the book is on the way. Thank you so much, Graham. You've been such an inspiration. You have been beyond helped us start the course, my daughter and I. Yes, because your daughter has an amazing YouTube channel. I remember that, crossing over 100,000 subscribers. That's incredible. Colin just ordered another copy. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. And getting multiple books. I love it. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you have ordered your book and entered in your receipt information so we can pull this final winner. Let me pull up the wheel. If you want me to spin the wheel, say spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Yes, and people who don't know, right here, grahamcochran.com/book, you can order it. It's on Amazon. You can order on Amazon, enter your receipts there. Spin the wheel. I love it. Okay, let me pull up the wheel. Or one final spin. Here. Spin the wheel. Put it on the screen here now that I got it. All right. What's up, Emilio? Sandy says, me and Emilio are ready. I'm going to spin the wheel, Emilio. We'll see. We'll see what else is left, right? It's pretty obvious what product's left. So let me spin this wheel. Here we go. Bring it on. I wonder what it'll be. What's it gonna be? Oh, the audience attraction formula. What a surprise. Vanity spin. Yeah. Why are we even having a spinner when there's only one left? I don't know. The audience attraction formula is a super dope course that my buddy Marcus on my team actually helped me develop, where we are looking deep at the psychology and the physiology of the brain, like brain science, on what makes people engage with your content, what makes people want to click on your content, what makes people connect with you through sales copy. So it's understanding the brain and the way communication is done in a way that's powerful, and then applying it to your sales copy, to your content, to your emails, to all of it. It's such a dope course. It's insane how helpful it is. It's a $200 course. And the winner of this course is Sarah LeBlanc. Sarah A. LeBlanc. You know who you are. We are going to email you and get you free access to the audience attraction formula. Freaking love that course. Mic drop. Hey, slow clap to all the winners of an amazing Graham Cochran product. And just, can I slow clap you, all of you, for coming live to this thing, watching me eat donuts, celebrate my book. It is for sale now, wherever books are sold. You can go to the link on the screen, grahamcochran.com/book. Everybody say hi to Marcus.
Hey, guys.
Marcus flew all the way over from Sweden for the second time in 2 months. Oh. Yeah, they look good, right? And they are good. They're as good as they look. Guys, go pick up a copy of the book and pick up a second copy. That would really help out a lot. And again, reviews, please, only if you actually bought the book and only if you actually like the book. Please, I'm not coercing you to leave a review. But if I helped you in any way, the biggest thing you could do to help me out this year is to buy a book, read it, and then share what you liked about it in the reviews on Amazon or wherever you bought the book. That's simple. Like, that would mean so much to me. Even if I don't see it, I will see it, and I will know who you are, and I will love you more than the people who didn't leave a review, because I won't see their name on there. But I will check all that stuff. It's been amazing. And hey, if you're on social, share a picture of the book once you get it in the mail, or if you have it on Kindle, even snap a picture of you holding it on Kindle or on your phone, and tag me in it. I want to see. I'm sharing all of it. So I'm going to promote you to my stories. I just want to see it. I want to see a ton of people reading the book. If there's sections of the book you underline that have blown your mind, do that. Share that. I'll share that as well. I just want to hear from you what you've liked about the book, what part of the book has helped you. It's funny, in writing this book, I learned more about what I even coach people with, having to put it in book form. And some of my students who already know this stuff have learned things in a newer way by seeing it in a book, which sounds so strange. So maybe you'll get new insights. Let me know what those new insights are. And you're amazing. And we have just come to the 2-hour mark. Bam, on the dot. 2 hours live book launch party for How to Get Paid for What You Know is officially over. This is amazing. Do you guys have fun today? And who was here the whole time? It's okay if you weren't. I don't know if I would have come to this for the whole time. Who was here the whole time? Oh my gosh. Robert says, sending my book with return stamp for signature. Fair enough. Fair enough. I would love to meet up with all of you guys in person. That would be so dope. Just to hang out and get to know your story, shake your hand. Thank you guys. Thank you, Scott. You've been a supporter for so long. Thank you so much. Joseph, was here the whole time. Oh my gosh. Nathan, here the whole time. Incredible. Stephen was here. Amazing. Nathan. Tom Woodbury was here. Patricia was here. Sarah, me. It's amazing. Tara, yes, thank you. Stephen, yes, I was. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. The Fingers, I was here the whole time. Yes, Hannity, you were here the whole time. Misha, incredible. XP, thank you so much. Yeah, we need that live meetup. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much, Aiko. Caleb, can we just give a slow clap for Caleb, who woke up in Osaka, Japan, to come here for a 3 a.m. party. It's now 5 a.m. over there in the future, from the future. Caleb, in all seriousness, do you have any one of my courses or products? Let's hook you up with something, brother. If you don't have anything, we'll hook you up with one of my best products. If you already have something, I'll make sure it's something you don't have. I don't know if you want to give your email out publicly, but you can email me, support@grahamcochran.com, and say, I was the guy from Japan that woke up at 3 a.m. Oh, good. Is he in the system? What does he have? Oh, brother, you were in my live book club. Caleb, what course do you want that you know about? You want Automatic Income Academy? That's like the deep dive for the book, $500. You want the book. I can't actually give you the book. How about, let's make a deal. You buy the book, which is $25. I give you a $500 course for free. Is that a good deal? If you want that deal, Marcus will deliver that course to you right now. Definga says, that's a great book intro. I was the guy from Japan who woke up at 3 a.m. Caleb says, awesome, thanks. All right, hook him up. Yes, sir. All right, we're getting it to you right now. Slow clap for Caleb for waking up. Is anybody else wake up at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. to come here? I don't want to miss out on you. Just be bold, because Caleb made it known how better he was than the rest of us. So he actually got a $500 course just by, hey, raise your hand, people. Good things come to those who say, hey, look at me. Okay. This is amazing. Let's see. Favorite donut. I would say, I haven't had all of them yet, but you could probably guess what my favorite is. Tutti Frutti, to quote Marcus. No, the Fruity Pebbles is the best. Oh, Yvonne McLaren. It's 4:30 a.m. Yvonne, Yvonne. Hook her up. See if she's in the system. Dale says, I woke up at 3 a.m., but I also let the dog out. All right, Yvonne, what does she have? All right, hook her up with Automatic Income Academy. Another $500 course going to Yvonne McLaren. Dude, I'm in a good mood. I'm all sugared up. I love it. Okay, Yvonne, check your email. You should have access to that course. You guys are amazing. Okay, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Continue to spread the word. Share the book if it's been meaningful to you. It's funny, I was talking to a buddy, and I'll end with this. He's on TV, and he's helping me get like a local TV spot here. So we're going to do a cool interview with a local Fox affiliate on Thursday. And he's like, man, I just don't think like being on TV is going to help you sell books. And I was like, yeah, all the stats from what I've read say that TV appearances don't help sell books. But I'm doing it for different reasons. And he's like, you know what? The only books I've ever bought were because someone on a podcast recommended it. And I'm listening to the podcast because they're smarter than me and I want to learn from them. So if they're reading it, I'll read it. And then when friends recommend a book, and I was like, I bet that's how most books are moved, right? When somebody in a podcast says, oh, I read this great book, and you respect that person, so you get it, or a friend. So all that to say, your recommendation of a book to a friend, probably the best thing that's going to move units for this book and spread the word. So if you buy it, I will love you forever. If you leave a review, I'll love you past forever. And if you recommend it to a friend, I'll love you for even past then. And I might even give you a free something. So amazing. Oh, we got one more. I woke up at 3 a.m. to get my work done so I could be here. Chocolate Twist Yoga. All right, let's hook up Chocolate Twist Yoga. What's your name, Chocolate Twist Yoga, that I could look up? You were in, I recognize your picture. You were in the Facebook AMA also. Thank you, Patricia. Doing all three. I appreciate you. RJ, I have a picture with you and Joe Gilder from the Bloggers Convention in Santa Monica years ago. I was just in Santa Monica last week, and I thought about that convention. That's so funny. What's the link for Automatic Income Academy? It's grahamcochran.com. Check out that course. /AIA. All right. Chocolate Twist Yoga, what's your first name or last name, or you can just email me, support@grahamcochran.com, and we can hook you up with a course. That'd be awesome. Maybe we can hook her up with double your sales or something. Awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Slow clapping you. Thanks for hanging out with me. With that, I got to go take Marcus to the airport. He's got a flight to catch, and I got donuts to eat. So priorities. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for celebrating with me today, making this so special. Means a lot. Wouldn't be here without you guys. So have an amazing rest of your day. Enjoy the book. Let me know what part of it really helps you and inspires you. And let's keep spreading the good word. Okay. See you, everybody.